Went to a flea market, picked up a big stack of books. Stick around to see what I got. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Comic Fanatic 86 back again with another video. Today we have a huge comic book haul. This is going to be all from a local flea market in my area. I go to this flea market once every few months. There are some pretty big comic book dealers there. There's one that has, it's almost like a small store. He has tons of major keys. He has tons of boxes of back issues. He has tons of pops, rare G.I. Joes, and rare Star Wars, all that kind of stuff. I didn't end up getting anything from him this time around, but I usually pick up a few books from him. Then there's a few other dealers that have smaller books. One of them actually does have some big keys too, but for the most part, they do have smaller $1, $2, $3 books. So we're gonna go through this haul and we'll see what I got. Let me know what you guys think. I did get a couple of really, really good books here. So first up, we're gonna start off with one dealer. Basically, everything was $1 a piece. This whole stack, I believe, was $30. So I think there's 27 books in this stack, and the whole stack was 30 bucks. There were a couple that were like a few dollars, but for the most part, they were all $1 a piece. So let's start off. I haven't rebagged or boarded any of these books, so I'm gonna have to do that soon because the bags are pretty nasty. So first up, I got a few trades. This dealer had a few trades. They're not in good shape, but I thought they were pretty cool for $1. So we have Batman, the Last Arkham. Cool looking cover. I'll give that one a read. Next up, this one is beat up, but I thought it was pretty cool. We have Spider-Man Venom Returns trade. Definitely give that one a read too. This one I was happy to find. We have X-Men: The Dark Phoenix Saga. I believe this might be the actual first print of this book, of this trade. So this is the entire Dark Phoenix Saga. I believe 134 to 138, if I'm not mistaken. You know, they all have their issues, but for $1, I couldn't leave them there. And then this one I was happy to grab as well, the Infinity Gauntlet. I think that actually might be the first print of this too. This one's beat up. It's got a bunch of ticks and creases, but for $1, I'm gonna give that a read. That's really cool. So let's get into the actual comic books from this dealer. So again, everything is basically $1. First up, we have War Machine #1. Happy to grab that. Thought this was cool. Just a Scotty Young cover. X-Men Legacy #1, Scotty Young variant. I will grab this book all day for $1. New Mutants 32. First appearance of Mad Rapport. Surprisingly, this is actually a really nice copy as well. A lot of these books in this stack are a little bit beat up, but Spider-Man #10, McFarlane cover. Grab that for $1 all day. Classic X-Men. I am putting together this entire run right here. Unfortunately, I did buy a copy of this last week or 2 weeks ago for like $4. I'm putting together this entire anniversary border set. So I did find it for $1 now. Now I have two. I might sell one of them. Another copy of this, Alpha Flight 34. This is the first full appearance of Lady Deathstrike. Really happy to get this one for $1. Batman #429. This is 4 out of 4. Issue 4 of the Death in the Family, the death of Robin. Great Joker cover, Mignola, but for $1, couldn't leave it. This one is a book that I've just been grabbing a bunch of. I have a bunch of copies of this. X-Men #1. This is the first appearance of this character. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The daughter of Jean Grey and Cyclops, I believe. X-Men #1. Next up, we have Spider-Girl #76. This is just one of the black suit Spider-Girl issues. Some of these can go for like $5 or so. Some of them a little bit more. That one's one of the cheaper ones. But X-Force #1, I just grabbed it for $1. This is not the Deadpool. This is the X-Force, but it is the negative UPC. So cool. Still sealed for $1. I'll put these ones towards the end. These are the better, the two books there were like two like decent, you know, pretty good books for $1. We have Amazing Spider-Man. This is the Marvel Milestones reprint for $1. I'll grab that all day. Just a really cool one, X-Men Prime acetate cover. I'll grab those. Power Pack 1, #1 newsstand. All day for $1. Absolutely. This is another cool one. Pretty underrated book. This is an Andy Kubert cover. This is, he did the covers, I know 30 and 31. 30 is the wedding of Jean Grey and Scott Summers. Next up, Punisher 2099 #1, newsstand copy. First Punisher 2099. This one I just grabbed. It's really beat up. But Secret Wars 2 #3. This is the first appearance of the Beyonder in physical form. It's a really beat copy, but newsstand for $1. Nah. Why not? I absolutely love this cover as well. Batman 451. It is a newsstand. This is the return of the Joker after the events of, is it Death in the Family or The Killing Joke? I forget. I think it's after Death in the Family. This is the return of the Joker. It is a newsstand copy. Pretty nice shape as well. Love that cover. Pretty underrated book in my opinion. Again, don't mind the price. It still was $1. Superman 123. This is the first appearance of the Lightning blue suit Superman. I'm still trying to find that variant second print. Super hard to find book. But still, I'll grab this one all day. Cool book. Another one that's a little bit beat up, but still couldn't leave it. New Mutants #18, first appearance of Demon Bear. This is also a newsstand copy. We have New Mutants #100. This is the second, I believe this is the second print. First full appearance of X-Force. To go along with that 451, we do have #450. This is the storyline, The Return of the Joker. Again, newsstand copy. I'll grab this all day for $1. X-Men Classic #1. I believe this is an Arthur Adams cover. This one's got a few spine ticks on it, but yeah, why not? And the last two books from this dealer were pretty cool to find. This one does have some foxing on it. It is not necessarily high grade, but it's like a mid-grade copy. Newsstand X-Men 11, classic Jim Lee and this classic team. And then lastly, unfortunately, it is the lowest grade. It is it's a lower grade copy. Does have a lot of spine ticks, has a little stain in the back. But I did grab a Spawn #1. This is the error version on the inside. I'll show you guys. So if you're looking for Spawn #1s, it would benefit you to check out the inside because this is the error. There's an error where this logo right here has a bunch of black spots all over it. So that is the error version. But again, you know, you can tell it's been well loved. It's got a stain on the back. Lower grade copy, but for $1. For $1. Why not? All right, so then on to this next dealer. Definitely got some better books. So these kind of ranged in price. So this next lot right here, I got this entire lot for $45, and it was an absolute steal, stealth buy, whatever you want to say. You will see why at the end. Now this dealer primarily had comic books. He did have some cards as well, some rare cards. But he primarily had comic books. He really knew what he had. He had a bunch of major keys, you know, first Harley Quinn, first Hobgoblin. He had a bunch of big keys, and then he had tons of boxes with $1, $2, $3 books in them. So I was going through, and I guess he must have missed a couple books, and I was able to grab them. So I got some good stuff. So first off, we're gonna start off with the. So this was there's about 37 or so books in this pile. So this ended up being just over $1 per book. Some of them say 1, 2, 3, but it was about $1.25 a book, basically. So again, I grabbed these ones too. Grab them again. We have Batman #450, 451. Love those covers. Same thing here. I grabbed another one of these. This is a newsstand copy of that X-Men 31. This one was cool to find. This book has gotten hot recently. We have Daredevil Born Again, Daredevil number 230, Born Again. That's what the new series is going to be titled, Born Again. I don't think it's going to be this storyline, but still couldn't leave that one. Grab this. This book has recently gotten hot with the controversy from CGC and Big Time Collectibles, I believe. This is just the second print. Cool book to grab for, for cheap. Love this one. I'll grab Delato every time I see Gabriel Delato for that price. This one does have some spine ticks, but really cool. I think this actually is the first appearance of Simpsons in comic books, if I'm not mistaken. Simpsons Comics and Stories number 1. It is a newsstand, but it is out of the poly bag. Still, we have Ghost Rider number 2. This is the first print of Blackout. I've been just buying these up, keeping them. There is some speculation behind this character coming to the MCU fairly soon. I believe they are going in the direction of the paranormal. I really do think they're going to be bringing on Ghost Rider and Mephisto, maybe. They're bringing Blade, of course, Black Knight. So they're kind of leaning towards that paranormal and obviously Werewolf by Night. The trailer just came out for that. So I think Blackout is a character that could show up. I have a bunch of copies of those. Next up, we have Captain America 286. I just absolutely love this Mike Zeck cover with Deathlock. Sick book. Love that cover. I actually have one of those at CGC right now, hoping to get a 9.8 on it. Another classic Zeck. Captain America. What number is this? 321. Oh, I didn't realize it's got some issues in the bottom, but great cover. Spider-Man 17, just a classic Leonardi cover with Spider-Man, Thanos holding Spider-Man in that gauntlet there, newsstand copy. Happy to grab this. I believe this is a Bagley. Yeah, this is a Bagley Amazing Spider-Man number 374. Great book, great cover. Tales of the Teen Titans number 57, first appearance of, I forget the name of the character, but this character, Jinx. First appearance of Jinx. This character is confirmed to appear in the next season of Titans. I'm excited for that. I actually really like Titans. One of the few DC properties that I am excited about. Batman 500. I just absolutely love this Azrael cover. It's fun. This one isn't a second print, but keep an eye out for the second print. That one's pretty hard to find. Totally Awesome Hulk 23, final issue, and this is the cover homage to king size Hulk number 1. We have G.I. Joe number 60, newsstand. This is an early McFarlane interior at Marvel, I believe. Uncanny X-Men 305, first appearance of Phalanx. Again, if you can find a first appearance for $1 or less, I think it's a no-brainer, personally. X-Men 30, this is that classic Andy Kubert cover, The Wedding of Jean Grey, Scott Summers. This one here, Punisher 75. I will grab this book every single time I see it for cheap. Sick embossed cover. I absolutely love that one. Great book. We have Superman Man of Steel number 1, just a newsstand. I thought it was a pretty nice looking copy. Yeah, it's a pretty high grade book, actually. Surprisingly, really high grade. We have Bartman meets Radioactive Man number 1, just a cool Simpsons book. Lady Death. I don't know what number this is, but I just thought it was just a great cover. I like the Lady Death. I actually used to have the Lady Death trading cards, and the covers, they look really cool, the art. So grab that one. This is a cool book. The Invisibles number 1. Not a bad looking copy either. Got some Jim Lee. We have X-Men number 5, second appearance of Omega Red. X-Men number 6, just a great Jim Lee, Sabretooth, Psylocke, and Wolverine cover. All right, now we get into some more key issue stuff. Few books left. So we have Incredible Hulk number 256. This is the first appearance of, I don't know what the character is, but this did just get hot with the D23 announcements, and this book has jumped up to like $40, surprisingly. Next up, we have Uncanny X-Men number 211. This is the first full appearance of the Marauders. It was $9. I thought it was higher grade than it is. I might press it and slab it. We will see. There's definitely some pressable defects. When I first looked at it, I thought that it might have been a 9.8 candidate. Now that I'm looking at it closely, I don't think that it is. So, but it's all good. Another one. Got another one of these. This is a really nice copy. X-Men 11, classic Jim Lee cover. This book's gotten hot. This book has gotten hot as of late. We have Secret Wars number 1 from the 2015 series. Alex Ross cover. Definitely has gotten pretty hot lately. So happy to find that one in there. That was actually the only Secret Wars from that run that he had in the boxes. Last 2 books. So this one I was happy to find. Had a price tag of $6 on it. 2001, A Space Odyssey number 8, first appearance of Machine Man. And this book is actually fairly expensive. I've tried to pick this up for a good price. I've seen it at a few different shops in their back issues, and they always had it for way too much. So I just kind of waited on it, and I grabbed it for a really good price. Again, these were about $1.25 a book, so that's not bad right there. Last book. So again, this guy knew what he had. He had really good books on the wall. Again, this is a flea market, so he had a fairly large booth, and he had a wall with major keys, tons of back issues. Somebody was there before me. They actually went through this box and bought a bunch of these books. Didn't pick this one up. I don't know how. I don't know why. But we got Sensational She-Hulk number 40, the naked jump rope issue. And that was the price on it. I couldn't believe it. And surprisingly, this is probably the nicest book out of the entire lot. It is a high-grade copy. Sensational She-Hulk number 40, super hot book, expensive book, and again, I don't know how the person before me didn't pick this up, because they grabbed a bunch of these She-Hulk books. And again, when I brought it up to the guy, and he looked at it, looked through everything, counted it up, gave me the price. And I was happy to get it. I know. So yeah, this is actually one that I'm probably going to end up slabbing. So I was really happy with this haul. Got some good books. Guys, let me know what you think. Check out my other videos. Give my channel a follow, comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think of the haul. And I'll see you guys on the next one.